Hi there, this is Manny with Classic Auto Repair. Today I am inspecting this 1970 Chevy pickup. We're doing the topside inspection, safety inspection, looking at any issues mechanically that will improve reliability and safety on the truck. So the estimate will be sent here shortly. I have a list of parts here with recommended parts and pricing here. The second page is where we start the labor. And we start with the new client inspection. This is a $299 service, and we offer it free with one of the repairs accepted on our estimate. So it's a good way to save $300. If you choose not to have any services performed, you pay the $300. Inspection took place over this week. And then I ran down my inspection list. Headlights, high beam, low beams are okay. Brake lights have a fault. The wiring is incorrect on the right-hand side. When the lights are in the park light circuit, the right-hand side shows brake light. And when you push on the brake lights, the park light bulb comes on the right-hand side. So that's a wiring issue that needs to be resolved and fixed. License plate light is okay. Dash lights are okay. Speedometer reads about 5 miles. Accuracy-wise, the truck is driving 5 miles faster than the speedometer states, and that's because of the oversized tires on the back. Those are bigger than what they came with at the factory, so you're going to have an offset in speed. Oil pressure gauge, every once in a while I'd see it flip around. It is a mechanical gauge, so you know, it could be something stuck in the line or maybe leaking. I will check it closely, but there's not a lot to do on those because you have to usually replace the internal gauge. I don't have those available at this time. Turn indicators are okay, wipers okay, horn is functioning, seat belts look good and work. Tire wear is good, pressure good on the tires. Belts look in good condition. Hoses, I checked them and I thought they were cracked, but it was spray paint that's on the red hoses that they had painted, and it's the paint that's actually fractured from the expansion and contraction of the hose. There is no mechanical failure there, so the hoses look like they're in good shape all around the cooling system. I pulled the lid off the brake reservoir on your master cylinder, and the brake fluid is in good condition, and it is full. Antifreeze is full and in good condition. However, I did a pressure test on the cap because it looked to be an older cap. I went ahead and pressure tested it, and it pressured good. No fault in the cap. This hose right here goes to your overflow tank, which is over here, and you want to maintain this about halfway all times. So when the truck is cool, like before you run it, you should see this at halfway. If you don't, go ahead and put it in there. If any coolant escapes from the radiator, it's going to go into this tank and overfill it, but at night it will reduce through vacuum. It'll bring the level back down as it sucks the coolant back into the radiator. Next item, power steering fluid's okay, washer fluid. I don't remember seeing the squirter jets. Yeah, looks like your washer hose items maybe are not connected because I don't see any reservoir for the windshield washer. So that's something can be added later. Yeah, there's the hose right there. This would normally connect to the overfill tank, usually a tank right around here, and there is a pump on the windshield wiper motor that usually doesn't work. They just get old, and you can upgrade that if you want. Just let me know, and we can put a whole new washer system in it. Transmission fluid is okay. I didn't feel any slipping. It has a real positive shift during road testing. PCV valve, I'd go ahead and recommend replacing. It's a common part, but during all of our oil changes, you want to change your positive crankcase ventilation valve, which is this, to keep equalized pressure in the motor. It also helps with oil leaks by reducing the pressures inside of the motor. A lot of guys forget to do this during an oil change. I recommend making sure that is replaced. It's a $5, $6 part, or under $10. Let's see, PC valve, yeah, around $11.45, just depends on the model, but it's an inexpensive part, and I recommend it. Air filter. So when we upgrade the carburetor, you had mentioned about putting a chrome air cleaner on it, and I have provided the the numbers. I have several different kinds of chrome air filters that are available. I'm going to get one that is in a 14-inch. I think I have one over there too. Yeah, I have them in a 14-inch, and then I'll provide you with the filter number so that you can get a couple of replacement cartridges and swap them out as needed. All right, spark plugs. The spark plugs were okay. I did remove them and check them for foul condition, and they all showed to be burning cleanly and recently replaced, so I don't recommend putting spark plugs in it at this time. Although I would do spark plugs if you're driving it regularly, about every 12 to 18 months, go ahead and do a tune-up, which is replacing your filtration, your ignition parts, like your distributor cap, rotor, condenser, and also changing out your spark plugs, which is very important. It'll make it start so much better when you have fresh spark plugs in it. It's an inexpensive service that keeps the truck running at its best. I recommend replacing the fuel filter, which is under the truck. If you're putting a new carburetor on it, you want to make sure that no contaminants are getting into your new carburetor and plugging up the passages. The best way to do that is put a new filter on it and keep it changed with your tune-up schedule, which is about 12 to 18 months. Battery test and condition is okay. Brake pad wear, see inspection. So I'm requesting diagnostic labor so I can pull the wheels, drums, everything off so I can see what's inside of the brake system. Starter is okay. Cooling system is okay. E-brake is working and adjusted correctly. The drive line, your drive shaft joints are dry. I would recommend a lubrication so that you don't have metal on the bearing needles, and that will increase wear and potential failure. That's part of our lube service. When I lubricate the chassis during an oil change, I also lubricate the drive line U-joint shafts or U-joints. Exhaust is new, and all the brackets and everything is in good condition and in the right location. The rear axle has a small leak, but it's not excessive. It's gear oil, so it doesn't really drip. It just kind of collects around the gasket. We don't do anything but service on these, which would we'd pull the plug. We check the level of the fluid, and we would add fluid to the rear end to make sure it's at the right level so that your rear end gears don't burn up and get excessive wear. The rear brakes, we did a visual inspection. I didn't see any leaks. The wheel cylinders are new. Looks like someone has replaced the brakes, but I can't make for sure until I get on the inside of the brakes. Same with the front. It has new hoses, wheel cylinders. Don't see any signs of leaks on the backing plates. Transmission looks good. No slips during the road test. Small leaks, as you saw in this other video, but nothing to worry about. Spark plug wires are new, and as I mentioned before, the plugs are in good condition. Oil leaks are at the valve covers and oil pan, as we showed you in the other video. I have put some time down to tighten the valve cover hardware. That's about all we can do on this visit. Fuel pump is new and in good condition. The cooling system is good. Recommend oil filter change just to get everything fresh and make sure that you're starting with a good benchmark, and also checking the oil to see what condition the motor is in. It will give me a good idea of what we're looking at. On the front suspension, we recommend lubrication because, again, as we showed you in the video, It looks like it hasn't been lubricated in many years. The old grease buildup is pretty significant. That usually shows me that no one has addressed the lubrication of your suspension joints, like the ball joints, control arms, drag link, pitman arm. All those need lubrication on every oil change. Diagnostic fees, just so that you know, they're 100% applied towards any final repairs if approved on a revised estimate. What that means is if I request, for example, to check out your brakes and I request a certain amount of diagnostic labor, which I have on this invoice or estimate. Let me pull that up to give you an example. So here we have brake inspection and I've requested 1 hour. This will allow me to remove the hubcaps, wheels, rear drums, front spindle nuts, keys, bearings, and the drums themselves. I'll verify the condition of the brake linings and position, because in many cases they put the brake shoes on incorrectly, which can cause the symptoms that you're seeing here, excessive touchy brakes. So I want to make sure everything is right inside of the drums, but I do need time. Now, this shows that this is diagnostic time, which means this $225 fee, if the brakes are shown to be incorrectly installed, for example, 100% of this fee will apply towards the labor, in addition to any additional labor and parts that are needed to make the repairs when I take the drums off, just to explain all that. All right, so that was, I believe, the last item on the first page of labor. The second page of labor, I have my road test results, and you can read through those. Road test number 1, and down below is road test number 2. I'm sure I'll be conducting other road tests as I get things repaired on the truck. It gets me familiar, and also I'm checking for any faults while I'm driving down the road or stopped at a stop sign, or just kind of checking overall operation. So you can read through what I found on the first one. Oil service recommendation and pricing is over there. The brake inspection, which we just discussed. Valve cover gaskets are leaking. I recommend tightening the hardware. Remove spark plugs and check for foul condition. I have completed this during the initial inspection, so that $27 has already applied to the estimate or final invoice. But what it does, it tells me that the spark plugs themselves are in good condition and you don't need to spend money on new spark plugs and or replacing them. The rear end axle, I request funding so that I can check and service the rear axle. Road test number 2 is listed here. You will find on the bottom of all my estimates, you'll have a parts total, you'll have a labor total, taxes, and any shop supplies are listed here, and then you'll have a grand total down at the bottom and the balance. So anything that you pay on your account will show up here, and will apply accordingly as payments are received. On this example here, we'll request a deposit so we can get started, get the parts ordered and coming our direction, and we can get started on the labor, the brake inspection next week, and see what's going on in there so I can report back. Now, I did do one more diagnostic this morning. I removed the vacuum supply from the motor to the brake booster. What this will do is this will help me eliminate the brake booster as the problem of the sensitivity or touchy brakes. When I removed it, the brakes still grabbed pretty significantly. Normally when you don't have a booster on there, you got to really push hard on the brakes to get them to stop, because there's no power side of the braking. It's all based on your foot pressure. When I did this, the brakes still stopped as if it had power brakes. So what it tells me is I don't believe the problem is in the booster. I'm not 100% sure yet, but I'm now focused on the rest of the brake system, which is your master cylinder, proportioning valve, and the brakes themselves inside of the wheels, to see if maybe there's some contamination fluid, brake fluid, leaking from the wheel cylinders onto the shoes, which would cause the grabbing that we're experiencing during slow speed stops. So I'll report back that once I get the approval and we get some funds on the account to get started. I went through and I conducted the inspection, which is, we're going to go, I think we went down everything there. So just take a review of it, see if you have any questions. But overall, the truck is in really good condition. It's in good original condition, which I always like them this way because that means they're pretty much the way the factory built this truck. And there's small changes, but nothing excessive and nothing major that has been changed out on this truck for the last, I don't know what, 56 years. It's in still relatively good original shape. Everything under the dash is the way that the truck came originally. Door panels are original, but the truck was reshot and repainted. So they removed some parts, but not a lot. And that's good that they didn't take off a lot of the items from the truck, because it just keeps the overall integrity and mechanical function of the truck. Everything stays in good working condition. All right, well, that's what I have for you right now, guys, and I'll get back to you. Oh, I did put this tail light trim ring in here. If you want it, let me know. I think I have $21 on it, and it's to replace this one. You can swap it out one day if you want, but I do remember you stating that little bumps and things on the chrome is okay. That again, you're not trying to create a show truck, but I just wanted to let you know I did have one. If you're interested, just let me know. All right, thanks for watching and have a great day. Goodbye.